You feel that something is wrong, but you don't know exactly what. You wake up every day with that feeling of being out of place, as if you are living a life that isn't yours. Maybe you've tried everything: therapy, self-help books, advice from friends, but the emptiness remains, an uncomfortable feeling of displacement, as if you are following a path that doesn't make sense, that doesn't represent you. And do you know why? Because maybe you really are on the wrong path. But here's the truth that no one told you. It doesn't mean you are broken. It simply means you have strayed from who you really are. Carl Gustav Jung, one of the greatest thinkers of the human psyche, said that every human being is born with an internal map, what he called the map of the soul. An invisible, profound guide that directs us toward our true nature. But there's a problem. Almost no one learns to read this map. Instead, we are trained from an early age to follow the maps of others, of society, family, culture. And then, without realizing it, we begin to walk paths that take us away from who we truly are. We make choices that do not reflect our essence. We live relationships that drain us. We wear masks to fit into places we should never be. And over time, this internal dissonance turns into pain, into anguish, into apathy. The map of the soul is not a poetic metaphor. It is real. Jung dedicated his life to exploring it, mapping the deep territories of the human psyche, the archetypes, the unconscious, the shadow, the self. And what he discovered was both frightening and liberating. Most of our suffering does not come from chance or bad luck. It comes from ignoring this map, from living outward, not inward, from following patterns that were imposed on us when we should have been following the calls of our soul. If you feel lost, directionless, if you feel like you are sinking even while trying to swim, this video is for you. Because here, I am not going to give you a magic formula. I will offer you something more powerful, a return to what you already carry within you. The truth is that your soul has been speaking to you for a long time, in dreams, in crises, in uncomfortable silences. It's just that you haven't learned to listen. Jung believed that these feelings of emptiness, failure, confusion are, in fact, invitations. Invitations to begin the most important journey of your life, the journey of individuation, the reconnection with who you really are. So, if you are tired of feeling inadequate, exhausted from pretending that everything is fine while inside you are in ruins, know that you are not alone, and certainly not broken. Your suffering is not a defect. It is a sign, a call. And if you have the courage to answer it, to dive deep and face the unknown within yourself, you will discover that what seemed like weakness was just a detour, that what seemed like darkness was the beginning of your own light. This video is an invitation. A map in the right hands can change an entire life. The question is, are you ready to unveil it? Imagine that within you exists a vast, mysterious territory filled with symbolic forests, emotional abysses, mountains of forgotten wisdom, and underground rivers of desire and fear. Now imagine that this territory can be explored, understood, mapped. This is what Carl Jung offers us with his theory of the map of the soul, a true cartography of the human psyche, constructed not with compasses and satellites, but with dreams, myths, symbols, and human suffering. For Jung, the map of the soul is not a rational, logical, or linear construction. It is a set of living symbols that emerge from the depths of the unconscious. Contrary to what we have been taught, the psyche is not just a collection of loose thoughts. It is structured. It has a center, the self, a social facade, the persona, a field of hidden conflicts, the shadow, and internal figures that represent the inner feminine and masculine, anima and